Hey everybody, this is Bedhead85. Let's talk for a minute, shall we? Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to talk about redistricting. Now, every single 10 years, redistricting happens because, of course, in the House of Representatives, we're based on population. In the Senate, we are based on 2 representatives per state, which was the New Jersey Plan and the Virginia Plan compromise. In the beginning of this nation, that's what happened. So, mostly state legislatures have each chamber appointed legislative districts appointed by population, and that has not changed. However, in every single 10 years, we also do have a redistricting process. Whether it's the Democrats out of Maryland, Illinois, or California, or the Republicans out of the New York State Senate, Tennessee, or North Carolina, no matter what, the controlling party wants to remain in power. So therefore, what they will do is they will draw friendly maps, and they will, of course, do as much as they can to damage the other party, so that they will have intra-party fighting with the other party, so that the Democrats can slide in, or the Republicans can slide in and get that seat. Or basically, they either pack all Democrats into one area, or pack all Republicans into one area, or crack them up, dissolving them into other districts that lead the other party's way. In 2000, Arizona voters said they've had enough. They were going to pass an independent redistricting commission going here on out that would in fact put the people at the head of the redistricting process through a commission, a 5-panel commission, and there would be a short list of individuals who would be able to serve on that commission and a chairperson. So in 2011, Jan Brewer decided to take it to court to take the maps that the independent redistricting group drew, because she felt that it advantaged Democrats by having more competitive districts. And eventually, the Arizona delegation did have more Democrats in them. Yay. However, here comes the Arizona Redistricting Commission versus Arizona's legislature. The legislature said that the people are not the legislature, and therefore the legislature should not be cut out of the redistricting process, of the map-making process, more or less. So what ended up happening today was that ruling came down, but let me also talk a little bit about independent redistricting commissions. I believe that every state should have one. And I believe that, in fact, in every state where there is an initiative process, it should be done. Solely because of the fact that every legislator should not choose their voters, but the voters should choose the legislature. The 10th Amendment, in fact, does say that the powers that are not delegated to the federal government is, in fact, delegated to the states and the people. And therefore, when people pass a law, they are acting as their own legislature. Because, of course, when a ballot initiative is passed, it has the force of the law. So, by a 5-4 decision, with all the liberal justices joining Kennedy and Ruth Bader Ginsburg writing the opinion, she talks about the core principle of government was for government to work for people, government to work for people, not people for the government, and the government to take care of itself, which, of course, we are definitely fighting with when we deal with campaign finance reform as well. Now, the same conservatives who are complaining about this ruling did not complain about the Shelby ruling or the McCutcheon or the Citizens United ruling. Of course, those were big government overreach, if you ask me. But why aren't small government conservatives rejoicing about this? It's because, of course, they want small government the way that criminals want less cops on the street. And I'm going to add a side note to that: cops that don't brutalize and terrorize the population, end quote there. But this independent redistricting being upheld, I really like it because of the fact that I would be totally in favor of nonpartisan redrawing of the districts, because people should choose their legislators, not the other way around. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you later. Thanks for letting me talk to you.